Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? Saints were back on the practice field Tuesday for the start of OTAs. For those that aren't familiar, OTAs, organized team activities, they're voluntary, so you don't have to be out there. What's interesting, Dennis Allen, when he met with reporters after Tuesday's OTA, said, yeah, the majority of their team was out there, actually.
I think I've had communication with everybody that's not here. And look, we've got, I think today there's 80 of 89 out here, so roughly 90% of our roster is out here. These guys are working extremely hard to both in the weight room and now out here practicing football. So we're excited about the guys that are here. You know, we're hopeful that we're going to still continue to get some more guys here, but we're going to focus on the guys that are here and get those guys better. And when the other guys show up, we're going to coach the hell out of them too.
90% participation is really good for OTAs. You obviously have some guys. I'll point out, you're always going to have guys that Isaiah Foskey, for example, the rookie out of Notre Dame, was at rookie minicamp, does not have his contract signed yet. But you're always looking at guys that are going to no-show. There's always words and verbiage in contracts where guys don't necessarily have to show up, or they have to show up to get a bonus, whatever the case may be. So just something kind of worth keeping an eye on as we move through. One guy who was there, most notably, that we were all looking for, which is just the best news ever, is Foster Moreau.
You know, we just had a brief exposure today. I know he's been in here for about the last 10 days. He's working hard, looks good physically, and I think he's going to be a good addition for us.
How incredible is it, man? You know, when you just think back, it's been 2 months, man. 2 months since Foster was diagnosed, and wondered what the future would hold. Would he even be able to play football this coming season? To how rapidly this has accelerated. The great news, the treatments that are working and taking that haven't taken the toll on his body they thought. The Saints were able to sign him, and now first day OTA is voluntary. Again, I want to underscore that. Today is voluntary. Nobody would have faulted Foster Moreau at all if he had said, you know what? I'm going to chill for a minute. I'm looking forward to being out there, y'all, but I'm going to chill for a sec, and I'll be out there when I am. And everybody would have been cool with that. But there he is, first day of OTAs, out there with his teammates. And look, Derek Carr also met with reporters on Tuesday. And when you hear Derek Carr talk about being teammates with Foster Moreau again, you understand even more. We already knew it, but you understand the character of the guy and why this makes so much sense.
It was amazing. There was no learning curve on how to throw him a football. I know how he gets out of breaks and things like that. But I think I don't want to undersell what that man just walked through. That's pretty scary news and a pretty scary thing to go through. And for him to be out there already, I'm not getting to his business, but it's pretty miraculous. I know he's thankful. We were praying for him. He called us, pretty early when he found out, and he's asked my wife and I to pray for him, and obviously we do because we're family. And I'm just happy that he's out there and doing something that he loves to do. And the fact that we get to play together is pretty cool too.
That's awesome. Position of need. We've been through it all a bunch of times, but the big news: Foster Moreau was at OTAs. One guy who was not is rookie offensive lineman Nick Saldiveri. So Nick Saldiveri was at rookie minicamp. So this isn't a holdout situation. Dennis Allen said that Saldiveri is dealing with a strained calf. So something that you would assume happened at rookie minicamp after the draft. I mean, he went through all the pre-draft stuff, was at the Senior Bowl, was at rookie minicamp. So he's been out there. This isn't any situation like that. It's just hey, man, you strained your calf. There's no reason to be out there right now. Just take it easy. Kendre Miller also not participating as he's coming back off the knee injury. Michael Thomas, expected, was not there as well as he's continuing to rehab to get healthy to be ready to go for hopefully the start of training camp, if not the start of preseason and the start of the season. So just some of the sort of attendance that we're taking note of. Also of note, some things that you may find interesting. Different jersey numbers. Ugo Amadi is going to wear number 0. The NFL is allowing number 0. So the first ever 0 in Saints history is safety Ugo Amadi. Alontae Taylor has changed his jersey number to 1. Derek Carr is in 4. So Blake Gillikin moves from 4 to 5. So you'll see Blake Gillikin wearing jersey number 5. There were a couple of other ones I wrote down. One interesting one is not necessarily the jersey number, but it's Eno Benjamin. Remember, the Saints added Eno Benjamin late in the season last year when they desperately needed running back help. Well, now you've brought in Jamal Williams. You drafted Kendre Miller. I don't know what Eno Benjamin's role is on this team, if at all. But until you get Kendre Miller healthy and back out there, it does make sense that you would have Eno Benjamin there. So he'll hang around for a little bit. The other really good news, by the way, Smoke Monday. Remember, Smoke Monday was an undrafted free agent a year ago out of Auburn. Everyone was very excited about him from the safety spot. Tore his ACL, missed the entire 2022 season, so the Saints were able to stash him. But he was back out there today. So Smoke Monday is a guy who you're really going to look at on the Saints team to say, is that a guy that can win a job and provide some safety depth? You know, like JT Gray is a guy who's a defensive back who is who's a safety, who's a special teams ace or special teams captain. So that's a guy you're assuming his roster spot is obviously secure. But after Tyrann Mathieu and Marcus May, what do you look like at safety? And Smoke Monday could be one of those guys that's out there vying for a job if he can prove that he's healthy and he's ready to roll. The aforementioned Ugo Amadi is listed as a safety as well, so that should be a pretty competitive battle. Jonathan Abram was with the Raiders with Derek Carr and the Raiders, one of his former teammates who's here now as well. So one of the interesting battles as we move toward training camp that's going to be fun to watch is depth at the safety position, and Smoke Monday is going to be in the mix there as well. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.